Please pause for a moment and think. Every day, millions of people over the age of 60 believe they are protecting their health by taking vitamins. But the harsh truth is, some of these vitamins may actually be silently shortening their lifespan, making their bones as brittle as glass, and thinning their blood to the point where even a minor fall could become a tragedy. I've seen my own patients, people who truly believed they were playing it safe, suddenly end up in the hospital with fractures, internal bleeding, or even irreversible nerve damage. What's truly alarming? These products are heavily advertised as anti-aging miracles or essential health boosters for seniors. But without a proper understanding, they can become a double-edged sword, silently wearing away at your health day by day. Today, I want to make this clear. After the age of 60, there are 4 types of vitamins that you must be extremely cautious with, because they can quietly damage your body. On the other hand, there are also 4 other types that science has proven to be golden foundations for maintaining strong bones, healthy muscles, and a sharp mind. Don't look away, because the most dangerous vitamin will be revealed last. It's widely sold in pharmacies and labeled essential for seniors, but research shows it may double the risk of stroke. I'm a physician with over 20 years of experience in caring for middle-aged and older adults. Throughout my career, I've seen hundreds of patients come to me with the same belief. Vitamins can only help, they can't harm. But that belief has come at a cost for many. I've treated a 68-year-old man who suffered nerve damage after years of taking high-dose vitamin B6 to boost energy. I've seen a 74-year-old woman suffer a serious fracture from a minor fall after years of taking vitamin A supplements. To be honest, I've been approached multiple times by supplement companies offering generous compensation to promote their products. But I've always said no, because I know that staying silent would mean more of my patients falling victim to these harmless pills. What I'm sharing today isn't meant to scare you. It's to tell you the truth that the multi-billion-dollar supplement industry would rather you never hear. My goal is simple. I want you, after age 60, not just to live longer, but to live stronger, independently, with clarity and lasting vitality. 1. High-dose vitamin E, the fake friend. For many years, vitamin E was promoted as an anti-aging miracle, a capsule that could protect the skin, keep the heart strong, and prevent disease. The advertisements sounded convincing, but the scientific reality is far more sobering. Did you know that simply taking high doses of vitamin E, around 400 IU per day, may actually increase the risk of early death? A large study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association raised this warning long ago, but very few people paid attention. I remember the case of John, age 68. He exercised regularly, ate fairly healthy, but believed in taking a vitamin E capsule every night. He thought it would clean up free radicals in his body. But after just 1 year, he began feeling fatigued, bruised easily, and once even had a severe nosebleed that required hospitalization. His blood test showed abnormally thin blood, a classic side effect of vitamin E overdose. Fortunately, after stopping supplementation and switching to natural food sources of vitamin E, like almonds, sunflower seeds, and leafy greens, his health gradually improved. The key takeaway I want you to remember is this: vitamin E itself is not bad. The body only needs about 15 milligrams per day, which is easy to get from food. It's the high-dose capsules that turn this so-called anti-aging friend into a silent enemy. And after 60, when the body is already more sensitive, over-supplementing is like placing a ticking time bomb in your bloodstream. 2. High-dose retinol vitamin A, good for the eyes, but harmful for the bones. Vitamin A has long been praised as an essential nutrient for eyesight, skin, and the immune system. Many older adults, following word-of-mouth advice or advertisements, take vitamin A capsules hoping for brighter vision and better protection against aging. But here's the truth few people mention. Retinol-based vitamin A is not easily eliminated from the body like water-soluble vitamins B or C. It is fat-soluble, gradually accumulating in the liver and fat tissue. Once it passes safe levels, it silently turns toxic. I once treated Mary, age 71, who took a vitamin A capsule daily to protect her eyes. At first, everything seemed fine, but a few years later, she suffered fractures in her wrist and then her ankle, both from very minor falls. Her family assumed it was simply old age and weak bones, but blood tests revealed unusually high vitamin A levels, which had actually made her bones brittle. Science confirms this risk. A study published in the New England Journal of Medicine found that people consuming more than 5,000 IU of vitamin A daily had nearly double the risk of hip fractures compared to those who consumed less. For older adults, who already face naturally declining bone density, this is like pouring fuel on the fire. So what's the solution? Instead of high-dose retinol supplements, get your vitamin A from beta-carotene-rich foods such as carrots, pumpkin, sweet potatoes, and leafy greens. Unlike pills, beta-carotene is safe because the body only converts it into vitamin A when needed, meaning you'll never accumulate toxic levels. The key takeaway: after 60, the idea that more is better is a dangerous misconception. With vitamin A, you may hope to sharpen your vision, but taken the wrong way, it could be silently weakening your bones day by day. 3. High-dose vitamin B6, the silent nerve destroyer. Vitamin B6 has long been considered a gentle nutrient. It helps with energy metabolism, supports the brain and nervous system, and is water-soluble, meaning any excess should, in theory, be flushed out. Because of this, many older adults believe that taking extra is harmless. Some even turn to energy booster pills packed with extremely high doses of B6. But in reality, what seems harmless can quietly damage the peripheral nervous system. And once damaged, nerves are very difficult to fully repair. I'll never forget the case of Frank, age 73. He was generally healthy, just a bit tired with some memory decline. After hearing about a brain energy pill rich in B6, he began taking it daily. At first, everything seemed fine. But within months, he felt constant tingling in his feet, like ants crawling. Later, he started walking unsteadily, no longer confident on the stairs. Blood tests revealed his vitamin B6 levels were abnormally high, and his symptoms were classic nerve toxicity from high-dose B6. Science backs this up. A study published in Clinical Neurophysiology showed that people taking more than 100 milligrams of vitamin B6 per day are at significantly higher risk of sensory nerve damage, meaning the nerves that carry signals from skin, muscles, and joints to the brain are impaired. Symptoms usually begin as tingling, burning, or numbness in the hands and feet, and if unchecked, these sensations can become permanent. What's striking is that the actual daily requirement for people over 60 is only 1.5 to 2 milligrams, easily obtained from poultry, fish, bananas, potatoes, or cereals. Yet some energy supplements on the market contain 200 to 500 milligrams, hundreds of times the real need. My message is clear. Vitamin B6 itself isn't bad, but more does not mean better. After 60, even a small mistake in dosage can lead to tingling, imbalance, and loss of independence, the very things we want most to protect. 4. Iron, the hidden danger when you're not deficient. For decades, iron has been marketed as the key to boosting blood and fighting fatigue. Advertisements aimed at older adults often suggest, if you feel tired or dizzy, just take an iron pill and you'll feel better. But the truth is that after age 60, most of us do not need extra iron. And when taken unnecessarily, iron can turn into a silent toxin. Unlike water-soluble vitamins, iron is not easily excreted. Instead, it accumulates in the liver, heart, pancreas, and even blood vessels. When levels become too high, iron triggers a process called oxidative stress, where free radicals damage cells, harden arteries, and raise the risk of liver cirrhosis, diabetes, and most seriously, heart attack and stroke. I once treated Robert, age 76. He often felt fatigued, so he began taking daily iron pills on his own, without medical advice. At first, he felt more energized, but within months he developed chest pain, shortness of breath, and severe exhaustion. Blood tests showed abnormally high iron levels, liver damage, and significant strain on his heart. Simply believing that more iron equals more strength nearly cost him his life. The key point is this. Postmenopausal women and men over 60 rarely need extra iron. Only specific cases, such as those with gastrointestinal bleeding or medically confirmed anemia, require supplementation. For the majority, daily dietary sources like lean meat, beans, and leafy greens are more than enough. And to boost absorption, simply combine them with natural vitamin C from fruits such as oranges, guava, or strawberries. The lesson here is crystal clear. Fatigue does not always mean iron deficiency. It could stem from lack of sleep, low B12, vitamin D deficiency, or another health condition. Taking iron unnecessarily only adds strain to the liver, heart, and blood vessels. After 60, if you suspect anemia, always get tested before touching an iron supplement. You see, after 60, not every vitamin is harmless. The four I just mentioned, high-dose vitamin E, retinol, vitamin A, high-dose B6, and unnecessary iron, can quietly erode your health, turning what you thought was care into a burden. But here's the good news. Not all vitamins are dangerous. In fact, some nutrients act as a foundation for. When supplemented correctly, they become a shield for the body, strengthening bones, building muscle, protecting the heart, and keeping the mind sharp. Right now, I'm going to share with you the 4 vitamins that science has proven to be especially important after age 60. And I believe that once you understand and apply them, you'll notice a real difference in your body, day by day. 1. Vitamin K2, the key to sending calcium where it belongs, 1130 to 1400 hours. When it comes to bone strength, most people think of calcium and vitamin D. But the real game changer is vitamin K2. It determines where calcium ends up. Without K2, calcium can go off course, building up in blood vessels instead of bones, leading to hardened arteries, heart attacks, and strokes. Vitamin K2, especially the negative 7 Malawian Quatches form, acts as a guide. It activates specific proteins that pull calcium out of arteries and direct it into bones and teeth. Without it, many people take calcium for years and still suffer weak bones. Or worse, develop heart problems. I remember Mrs. Alice, 72, who took calcium regularly but kept fracturing bones. Her cardiologist later found arterial calcification. After adding negative 7 Malawian Quatches, her bone health stabilized and circulation improved. She said, "Now I can walk without constantly fearing a fall." A study in the Journal of Nutrition showed that people with the highest K2 levels had a 57% lower risk of dying from heart disease compared to those with the lowest levels. That's strong evidence. K2 doesn't just support bones, it protects your heart. K2 is found in natto, eggs, and aged cheeses. But since most seniors don't get enough through food, moderate negative 7 Malawian Quatches supplements, especially with D3, are a smart choice. Think of K2 as the conductor guiding calcium to play the right tune in your bones, not clog your arteries. 2. Vitamin D3, the foundation of strength after 60. Vitamin D3 is often called the sunshine vitamin, but after age 60, the skin loses over 70% of its ability to produce it from sunlight. Combined with more time spent indoors and reduced absorption, D3 deficiency becomes almost inevitable. Lack of D3 doesn't just weaken bones, it also weakens muscles, affects balance, and doubles the risk of falling. A Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism study found seniors low in D3 had a 124% higher risk of falls and fractures. Mr. Gerald, 74, is a clear example. He fell twice in 1 year and had chronic aches, thinking it was just aging. But tests revealed extremely low D3. After 3 months of proper supplementation and walking outdoors, his energy returned, his steps were steadier, and stairs no longer scared him. The key: only D3, not D2, is effectively used by the body. And it works best with K2, which helps calcium reach the right places. Think of D3 as your internal sunlight. Without it, bones weaken, muscles soften, and immunity fades. But when it's restored, you'll feel the difference in every step and breath. 3. Magnesium, the silent hero for muscles, the heart, and sleep. Magnesium is often overlooked in senior nutrition, yet it's essential for over 300 biochemical reactions. Every heartbeat, muscle movement, and deep night's sleep depends on it. After age 60, magnesium deficiency becomes common due to reduced absorption and common medications like diuretics, blood pressure drugs, and antacids that drain magnesium from the body. The result? Millions of older adults suffer from weak legs, frequent cramps, and restless sleep, without realizing magnesium is the missing link. I remember Mrs. Janet, 69, who came in complaining of nightly leg cramps so painful they woke her up. She also struggled with poor sleep and constant fatigue. blood tests revealed severe magnesium deficiency. Just a few weeks of taking magnesium glycinate at night stopped the cramps, restored deep sleep, and left her saying, "I haven't felt this energized in years." But not all magnesium forms work the same. Magnesium oxide is cheap but poorly absorbed and can upset the stomach. Citrate and glycinate forms are much more effective. Also, few know this, magnesium is essential for activating vitamin D3. Without it, D3 can't do its job and calcium won't reach your bones. Think of magnesium as the silent conductor of your health, unseen but essential. After 60, supplementing the right form of magnesium helps keep your heart steady, muscles strong, nerves calm, and sleep deep. 4. Vitamin B12, fuel for memory, clarity, and steady legs. If one vitamin marks the line between sharp thinking and cognitive decline, between steady steps and shaky legs, it's vitamin B12. It's essential for red blood cell production, nerve health, and brain function. The problem? After age 60, the stomach produces less acid, making it harder to extract B12 from food. So even with a diet rich in meat, fish, and eggs, deficiency is still common. And it often develops silently for years, until symptoms like memory loss, confusion, numbness, or poor balance appear, sometimes even misdiagnosed as Alzheimer's. I recall Mrs. Dolores, 75, who came in exhausted and forgetful, fearing dementia. But her blood tests showed severe B12 deficiency. After 3 months of methylcobalamin, the active form of B12, she regained energy, walked more steadily, and said, "Doctor, I feel 10 years younger." Here's the key. Many cheap supplements use cyanocobalamin, a synthetic form that's harder for older adults to process. Methylcobalamin is bioactive, ready for your body to use. That's why, after 60, choosing the right type or getting B12 shots, if needed, makes all the difference. B12 is more than a vitamin. It's the switch that keeps your mind clear, blood flowing, and legs strong enough to stay independent. When combined with D3, K2, and magnesium, you've got a foundational quartet to strengthen bones, muscles, heart, and memory, making your later years not just longer, but better. The Golden Four, the foundation of health after 60. After learning about the 4 vitamins to avoid and the 4 to embrace, the next question is, how do we combine them into a system that truly protects the body? I call this the Golden Four: vitamin D3, vitamin K2, magnesium, and vitamin B12. Think of your bones as a house. Vitamin D3 is the builder, bringing in the raw materials, calcium and phosphorus, to the construction site. But without vitamin K2, those bricks of calcium may end up in the wrong place, clogging blood vessels instead of strengthening bones. K2 is the engineer, ensuring calcium is placed exactly where it belongs in the bone walls. Of course, no house can be built without electricity to power the machines. That's where magnesium comes in. It keeps the heart beating steadily, helps muscles contract and relax smoothly, and most importantly, allows vitamin D3 to be converted into its active form. Without magnesium, the entire building process stalls. Finally, every house needs a central control system. That role belongs to vitamin B12. It nourishes the brain and nervous system, keeping memory sharp, steps steady, and reducing the risk of sudden falls, one of the greatest dangers for older adults. When these 4 elements work together, they form a solid foundation. Bones are not only strong but also flexible, muscles not only powerful but also agile, and the brain not only sharp but also stable. This is the true key that allows you, after 60, not just to live longer, but to live healthier, more independent, and more fulfilled. Dear friends, throughout this journey we've seen one important truth. Not all vitamins are your friends. After age 60, some that seem healthy can quietly cause harm, such as high-dose vitamin E, retinol, vitamin A, high-dose B6, and iron when the body isn't deficient. They are like traitors disguised as friends. But the good news is that there are still true allies: D3, K2, magnesium, and B12. This Golden Four strengthens bones, builds muscle, supports the heart, and keeps the mind sharp. When used correctly, they don't just add years to your life, they add life to your years. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Among the 4 dangerous vitamins, which one surprised you the most? And among the 4 essential ones, which are you currently taking every day? Leave your answers in the comments. I and my team will be reading and responding to each one. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like. That's how I know these insights are truly reaching you. Don't forget to subscribe to Senior Vitality now and turn on the notification bell so I can continue sharing science-based, practical tips with you every week, helping us stay strong, independent, and full of energy after 60. Remember, your health is not just your greatest asset. It's also a priceless gift to your family and loved ones. So take care of it, starting today.